Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna explain how to create a RecyclerView with custom adapter. So let's get started. First let's create a new project, select empty activity. Let the name of the project be RecyclerView app. Let the project load. Okay, now that the project is loaded, let's start. We have the main activity and the main activity XML file. Let's delete the text view from the layout file. Drag and drop the RecyclerView widget from the listed options. Let's make the width and the height to be match parent. Let's give the RecyclerView an ID. Let it be RecyclerView. Now let's go back to the main activity. We'll create a RecyclerView object and name it RC. We'll initialize the RC object by getting the reference to the RecyclerView using the ID. Now we need to set the layout manager and the fixed size. Finally, we need to set the adapter to the RecyclerView. Since this is going to be a custom adapter, we need to create one. Let's create a new Java file and call it name adapter because I'm going to list some string values. It's going to extend RecyclerView adapter with type of name adapter view holder. It's giving an error because it needs a few methods. Let's implement those methods. And finally create a constructor function. Before continuing the adapter class, let's create the layout file for describing the layout for item in the list. Let's name it empty list. Let the root layout be relative layout. with width as wrap content and the height to be wrap content. I'm just going to show a string value with a checkbox, so let's do it. I'm going to align the widgets properly. Let's give IDs for both the widgets. Now that it's done, let's head back to the adapter class. The view holder will contain all the information of the widgets of the ND layout file. The layout file contains only text view and checkbox. So let's create the respective objects and get the reference using the ID. We cannot get the reference directly, we need to use the item view object to get the view reference. Now we need to create the view for that. Let's create the layout inflator object, using that inflator. We'll inflate the view that we created. We need that view reference, so let's store that. Now using that view, let's create the viewHolder object and return that object. In the onBind method, we'll just set the text. For that we need the list of strings that where the constructor comes. We'll pass the ArrayList in the constructor and store that list in an ArrayList. Let's call it nameList. Now using the position parameter, we'll just get the respective value from the ArrayList. And finally, the getCount should return the size of the ArrayList. Back to the main activity. We need to create the nameAdapter object. For that we need an ArrayList of strings. So let's create that and let's call it names. Let's create a function to get some string values. I'll just create some text based on the position. Now let's run the app. You can see 10 values. Let's change the value to 50. We can also link the database and get the values from database to view it, and Also implement some click interface to add functionality. If you found the videos useful, like and subscribe.